What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where we're checking out the brand new PTS that landed today. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So this is the video that I've kind of been wanting to make ever since I saw the patch notes yesterday, and this is going to be all about rifles. So this build should look familiar to a few of you. This is our old school M1A build before strikers came along, and this build is still excellent today, but it's just easier to run strikers, I guess. This build absolutely slapped, and 90% of players played with this for a long time during the game's earlier years. Now let's just have a quick recce with this. We're on normal difficulty here. We're going to put it on immune, or invulnerable rather. And we're going to play at the same range, 5 meters. Right, okay, so this build doesn't require any kind of stacking or anything like that. And if we're shooting in the head, you can see we'll get very consistent numbers because stacking just really wasn't a thing back in the day. The only stacking that you are getting, as you can see on the side of my gun, is the rifleman stacks. So you can see when we get all the way up to 4, we hit for like 5 mil, right? 5.4 mil at the top. Really nice, right? So let's just remember 5.4 mil. Now we've got a few options here with this new gear set. So it's not rolled great, so we'll make some changes to that as well. But obviously we could run the backpack for the points for honor. But I really kind of don't want to run the backpack for now, because we've got to consider a few things, right? Foxes gives us rifle damage on there, so maybe we would run the backpack. We could run the backpack, the mask, the gloves and the holster, and keep the sacrifice in there. We could, do something like that. But then as well, can also think about running headhunter. So this is also another option. I feel like we could stack up the Habsburg guard pretty easily, and then throw in some other damage numbers as well. So let's just do that for now. So what we'll do is we're going to swap over to the breaking point piece. All the time remembering 5.4 mil. Let's just switch. Let's just try the backpack first of all, and then we'll switch this on here as well. And then now we're going to be super low on our crit chance. So what we'll do is we will. Oh, this one's pretty good already. Right, so we're just going to optimize that. That's fine. We'll shove. We'll do the same again with this one. But we'll do some crit chance. That puts us to 38%, and we were at 54 previously, because we were running Coyote's masks. We had need to account for that as well to make this fair. So now we're at 44, and then this one here now as well. 50. Lovely. And what we'll do then is we don't want to be at 50 because we're not running Coyote's mask. We want to be much closer. So what we will do is we'll go crit chance here, and then we'll put ourselves a crit damage mod. Not that one. A crit damage mod here. I'm not saying this is the way we need to run it, but I kind of need to test the backpack off the rip. And obviously you keep the Fox's prayers because we get the 10% damage buff there. Alright, so let's give this a go and let's see what it kind of starts to look like. So we can see at the bottom we're creating like a stacking. We've reloaded. Alright, so it's stable as balls. Like really stable. Wowzers stable. But we do lose a significant amount of damage there. Even at max stats, we was in a good 900k off the head crit. So that is unfortunate. So let's just switch this around a little bit then. So let's go with what we were running originally. Let's go with the gift here, which is going to give us crit chance now as well. So we need to take that into account. And then we're going to come off this here, and we're going to go this here like this. So stats. Now we're probably well over right at this point now. Can't do anything with that one. This one. Yeah, we can with this one. So let's change this to crit damage. Still at 60%. And let's make this one crit damage as well. See what happens. Now we're at 54%. Alright, so that's actually absolutely bang on now. So we can change this one to crit chance. I use our keyboard for some reason. Alright, so we know we're absolutely bang on now with the crit chance and the crit damage. We're at 60% and 134. I have a funny feeling we might do more damage this time, so let's try. So very, very, very similar. This is marginally better. Oh, 4.8. But obviously, it's only 4.8 until that timer runs out. And then we do a significant drop to 4.4. We lose 400k until it goes back. Then we're back up at 4.8. That's not that bad. Is it brilliant? No. But it's not that bad. Let me just re-roll this. Rifle with MMR grants a stack. Each stack is equal to the magazine size. Reloading will grant 2% weapon handling per stack. No stacks are required when the bonuses are active. Running time switching weapons while the bonus is active will refill the magazine. Okay. Stop the effect of switching weapons while your bonuses are not active. We'll remove all stacks and refill the magazine. So the refill the magazine thing really doesn't play into it as good as that was. I was kind of hoping, which is a little bit disappointing, for sure. But because of that weapon handling, this really does, you know, make the M1A even more of a laser than what it was. We could perhaps think about running. I love my M700. No, I would obviously run it with the determined anyway. Doesn't really make much of a difference. This thing's stable anyway. Is this what we're going to get to? We just weapon swap. I just run 2 M1As, right? Put down. Then use weapon swap and you're back to your M1A. The stacks feel really weird though. Do you lose the bonus when you weapon swap, right? So we never actually benefiting from the so although we are benefiting from never having to reload, we don't benefit from the damage buff at all, and that's not great. That's not great. It should be on weapon swap. It starts the timer, so you get the weapon damage buff, but it starts the timer on countdown. That would be way better. This is not great. So the other thing we have is the mag of the RAV has 60 in, which is huge. So that's not going to be 60. Hang on. That is definitely not going to be 60 at the bottom. Let's reload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 16. So the max. So there's actually a cap on this as well that it doesn't actually talk about. There's actually a cap. It says max stack is equal to the magazine size. It's 16. It's actually 16. So, yeah. 16. Giving you 32% weapon damage and 32% weapon handling, which no wonder we feel, you know, super laser beamy, considering that we have weapon handling on here as well. It literally turns the whole thing into a laser beam. But yeah, you just drop too much damage. You really do. These stacks need to be bigger. Maybe 1% bigger. You know, 3 and 4 perhaps. And then it might actually be viable. I don't know. Yeah, it's not the greatest. I'm a little bit disappointed. Now, what was the other set? So that just brings in magazine size, which isn't going to make any effect on this, because we already know now at this point that we're capped at 16 stacks, so we can't even try and abuse it by making the magazine size bigger. You could run 2 of these and get the 20% rifle damage, but I mean, then you're taking away, yeah, it's just not worth it, because we already get 15% and 10% crit chance, so from running 2-piece provi. Yeah, the set's fairly average. I just don't think it's going to be used. The weapon handling's kind of nice, but you take a significant damage drop to use it. So either, you know, maybe put the marksman rifle and the rifle damage up, perhaps, a little bit. Because, you know, we're not outperforming high ends right now. You know, we're not outperforming high ends that we've had in the game since launch. You know, you would expect this to either be equal or better. Or maybe just be equal and do something a little bit different, you know, but it's, yeah, high ends are better than this right now. There's no real reason to build the set. And yeah, a little bit disappointed, unfortunately. I'm not its greatest fan. So that'll be the feedback that I give for this. Let me know what your experiences with Breakpoint are down below in the comments. But overall, as of right now, yeah, it definitely needs it needs a buff. Needs a buff. They've not been generous enough with the stats, and I think that seems to be the theme with PTS1, that the stats, you know, for gear, it's, you know, especially with gear that's, you know, year 1 and on release, it's being outdone by. It really needs a bit more of a buff. That's going to be it for the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, agents. Goodbye.